Hi, I'm Mayor Grover Robinson, and I'm here to help the Pensacola Fire Department serve up safety in the kitchen. This week is a perfect time to complete a safety checklist together with your family. These are simple and important actions that you can take to keep yourselves and those around you safe. I'm here with Fire Inspector Bartholomew. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, sir.
There are many things we can talk about safety in the kitchen today. Tell us about some of the things, the tips that families can be doing right now to save themselves and their household.
Well, Mayor, the biggest safety factor that we're looking at is for the children themselves. All children should be kept out of the kitchen. If not out of the kitchen, at least 3 feet or 1 meter away from any parent while they're at the stove, by the oven, anywhere near anything that's cooking. We ask also that by keeping the children out, you keep them away from the stove. If you have anything on the stove, all your pots, your handles, they should all be turned outside, away from the eyes. If they're turned inside where the eyes are, such as like here, the eyes will get hot. You go to touch that, you burn. You're gonna burn yourself. If they're facing out like this, the child has a tendency, they'll come want to grab and they'll knock a pot off. That's why we ask, basically, please keep all the children out of the kitchen while you're cooking. As far as anything on top of the stove, like a lot of families, they do it all the time. They take the pot holder and they'll just lay it down. Well, you have eyes. They will ignite the pot holders and they will burn. So we ask you keep these, anything that will burn, paper, any type of cloth, anything, dish towels, especially dish towels. Dish towels really, they'll just throw up on the stove. Please don't do that. They will burn, they will catch on fire.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I would imagine everybody always is cleaning their stove after they're done, but don't put your paper towels right by the stove.
No, sir. No, sir. By heart, please do not do that. Also, we're saying that as far as anything within the stove, if you're doing anything around the stove, if I'm going in the oven to reach into the oven to get something, please have on something to grasp whatever you're going to reach to get out. Don't try and grab something thinking, oh yeah, I'm just pulling with my bare hand. You know, it's hot. It's going to burn. And as I'm turning back here, if a child is somewhere in here, I don't see the child. So the child could possibly run up and say, hey, mommy, daddy, whatever, and touch something within the stove and really burn themselves.
One of the biggest hazards people have in the kitchen is a grease fire, and it's different than most other fires. John, if you'd tell us about what to do if we have a grease fire.
Yes, sir. By any means, sir. Grease fires are, you have something, say in a fryer you're cooking. The vapors from the grease are coming off, they come down, they ignite, and all of a sudden now your pan is ignited. Most people, first thing they want to do is think, oh, I'll just throw water in there and do it. Water, grease, they don't react. They will splash. So when you throw the water in, it's going to splash. It splashes up on your cabinets. And the next thing you know, now my cabinet's on fire. I have to get out of the house now because now I've set my kitchen on fire. What we ask you to do is you take a lid, put it over the top of it. You smother it. You cover it out. You turn off your eye. Make sure everything's off. Smother it. It's what we ask that you do. Do not ever throw water in any type of grease fire. That's the last thing you want to do. You want to cover it, smother it, and cut off your eye. Cut the gas off, shut off anything to it.
Well, it's not just about the stove too. There certainly is things that we end up cooking with our microwaves as well, that we create heat and potential danger for burns for children as well.
Microwaves, especially if I'm pulling something out of a microwave, especially, as you know, you always have a cover on it. You want to open that cover away from you, not towards you. You want to open it up away from you so that the steam goes out away from you. Steam burns. It's how it burns more than just an open flame. It'll burn you worse than an open flame will.
Now, one of the things, Fire Inspector, that we do have here for children we've been talking about, you have a checklist. The Pensacola Fire Department has a checklist here that you and your family can go through and have a chance to check. And the idea is, hopefully, you're going to answer all yes.
Yes, hopefully, yes, sir.
And if you don't answer yes, just make changes to your kitchen, and that will help you be more fire protected.
Yes, sir. Correct.
So we certainly have these sheets. Where can people get these?
You can come up to the fire admin office is at 475 East Strong Street, and we will be more than happy to hand those out to you.
We have a lot of fire safety. We hope you will take this time, take this time to work with your children, to go over things that need to be done for protecting you and your family this month. It's certainly, we're getting into that cooking season where everybody's in their kitchen doing things, and we just want to make sure that everybody does it safely, so that it means fewer calls to the Pensacola Fire Department.
Yes, sir. And also, Mayor, we do have a Facebook page where you can also look up all this information on our Facebook page, Pensacola Fire Department. We do have a Facebook page, and all this information is out there for you.
Well, I want to thank you so much, John, for taking the time to do this, the whole Pensacola Fire Department for what they're doing. I think the best thing to do is prevention. If you can stop a fire from ever happening or ever needing the fire service, that's the best way. But please know, our Pensacola firefighters are there, and if you need help and assistance, certainly they're willing to help and communicate with you in any way. That's what our fire inspectors do, like Fire Inspector Bartholomew. They're here to help you go through that. One of the other things that happens is you also need to be working with your family on a fire escape plan for your home. So that's something they need to be working on.
Yes,
and can they come here and talk to y'all about what's the best way?
You can come here and talk to us about it. Again, on our Facebook page, we have all the information on there. Most things you check for are your windows. Make sure your windows freely open up without you having to struggle and do something with it. Make sure they freely open up. As far as definitely smoke detectors, we ask that you put at least one in every bedroom. Every 6 months, test them. We do replace a smoke alarm. We will give you a smoke alarm if you do not have one. You can call us 436-5200. Call the number and let our secretary there at the front desk know that you need a smoke detector. We'll come by and we will install a smoke detector in your home for you.
Well, again, these are certainly things that are important to use. I know we're about to come to a time period where you fall back, and I know I've always been told, whether it's spring forward or fall back, one of those, make sure that you check your batteries.
Yes,
and replace your batteries in your smoke alarm.
Yes,
every year to make sure they're working. That's your biggest tool to make sure you and your family are safe in the event that a fire happens. Thank you very much for the opportunity to be here today and listen. We certainly want you to be as safe as possible out there in the city of Pensacola. I can't say how much I appreciate Officer Bartholomew and his team at the Pensacola Fire Department. They are here to protect you, and I hope you will heed these things and take a chance to sit down with your family, come up with your own plan to get out of your house, and provide a checklist with your children to make sure that they know what the best way to have fire safety. So this is the time for you to take advantage of that. Please do these things, and if you need a fire smoke alarm, certainly contact the Pensacola Fire Department. We will be sure to get you one. So thank you very much for this opportunity to be here, and hopefully everybody will be safe, and we certainly appreciate your service.
Thank you, Mayor Robinson. And we ask also, please, if you have any questions, please give us a call. Please give us a call, let us know. We'll come out and we'll be more than happy to talk to any citizen of Pensacola that wants us to come out and talk to them about any situation that they think is a possible something that may happen.